Guys, welcome back to my channel, and today's video, as you can tell from the title, is how I actually make the hair growth oil. And I know I do loads of videos on the results, but I haven't actually done a video on the ingredients that I use. They're the same as Curly Proverbz, but I have an additional 4 which I will show you in the video, and I'll show you the process of how I do it and the benefits of each thing. And then also in the description box we'll have all the ingredients listed here, and you can see in front of you they'll all be listed in the description box with links that you can find them on. Most of those links are UK, but I'm sure you can find it on eBay and Amazon in your respected countries. As this is my main bunch of ingredients that I use up to here, they are what is in Curly Proverbz hair growth oil, and these 4 bad boys are my additional mixes, and they are really beneficial. I think the only one, they're totally optional, but what I do definitely recommend is jojoba and kalahari and argan. Macadamia is just for extra nourishment, you don't have to have that at all, but the other 3 are really great. Okay, so here is what the hair growth oil looks like at the end of the month. There's a bit of oil left. The henna and fenugreek powder sit at the bottom. You do not need to pick this up or scrape it. It just infuses into the oil throughout the 4 weeks that you have it. So as you can see, this is a bit broken and I've got hair everywhere. I'm actually going to not use this one anymore. I have bought a new jar. This is slightly bigger, which is great because this is smaller in height, but the oil goes quite high, and I have this fear of it tipping over, especially since the rubber has broken. So I'm going to be showing you, I am going to rewash that and reuse it for something else, but I'm going to show you how I make it in this nice, beautiful new jar. Okay, so what I like to do is I always start with fenugreek. I need to start with it because it's at the bottom. So what you do need, you can get any make of these. You can get, this is Tesco's own. You can buy any big brand one, but this was only 85 pence, so it's quite good, quite cheap. Okay, so what I'm going to do is you need 3/4 of a cup to a full cup. This is half a cup. You use the whole thing pretty much. So this is probably like 3/4 of a cup. If you have more, you can use more, but I wouldn't recommend more than a cup because, as you saw in the old hair oil tub, it just sits at the bottom, so all it needs to do is infuse. It doesn't actually need to be mixed and matched and taken out. Like I said, it only needs to sit and infuse. So 3/4 to a full cup of fenugreek is fine. What fenugreek does is, it is an ancient Indian hair growth secret. It helps the scalp. It helps nourish it and keep it anti-dandruff, anti-fungal, just like many of the ingredients you will see. So it was fantastic for stimulating hair growth as well. And what I like to add is, oh, this is breaking now, but 2 teaspoons of henna. I know it's in an anonymous bottle, but I have got links in the description box where you can buy it with the brand. It's not a specific fancy brand, it's just a very pure version of henna. I feel like they weren't heapfuls, so it's not like a specific brand, but this isn't like the one that you can put this on your skin with water, but I don't know how much it will do for dyeing the skin. That's why it's green, so it's just better for the hair, this one. So 2 teaspoons of henna. That is fantastic for nourishing the hair, strengthening the hair. It gives your hair a slight orange tinge, but because my hair is so black, it just gives me a brown sheen in the sunlight. It doesn't do much, but if you do have light hair, I would recommend using cassia powder, Moroccan cassia powder. I will link that in the description box below. You can use that instead of henna. It has very similar properties, but it does not dye your hair. Okay, so moving on. Okay, so what I do like to do is the coconut oil. This is raw organic. You need raw organic coconut oil. This is KTC brand. Some people don't like KTC. You can buy whatever brand you want. The original KTC one that I used to use was very blocky, very hard. It didn't even smell like coconut. It was so artificial. But this is the real deal. So what you need is 3/4 cup of coconut oil. But if I'm making it for me and my sister, so I'm making slightly bigger measurements for me and my sister. have a bit of a cold, guys. I feel like I'm always ill and just going, I'm ill. So yeah, that's 1 cup, 3/4 of a cup of coconut oil, or you can use 3/4 or 1 cup. It's totally up to you. And the same with olive oil, because I feel like they are the biggest bulks of oil that you use. They make up the majority of it. So your benefits of coconut oil are: it stimulates your hair growth, it's antimicrobial, so it's basically antibacterial for any bacteria that can grow on the scalp. So it's great if you have scalp problems, especially to do with dandruff or hair loss, like balding can have a lot to do with bacteria on your scalp, and coconut oil is fantastic for combating that. Also, it adds shine, softens your hair. It actually is anti-breakage again, and it slows down hair loss as well. And with olive oil, you get less dandruff. It strengthens your hair quite a lot because it's quite a thick oil, and it is just more manageable with olive oil. Okay, what I like to add next is my castor oil. This baby bad boy is a queen / king / ruler / emperor of hair growth. Okay, this is the real deal. When you want to grow your hair, castor oil is the ingredient to have. Okay, it's antifungal, full of vitamin E. You need 5 drops of this, 5 tablespoons, sorry. It's got loads of minerals and protein, and omega-6 and omega-9. Okay, so it has lots and lots of benefits, and it's just a key ingredient for hair growth. It has all those things in, but so do many hair oils, but this is honestly the king of hair growth oil, castor oil. So that's 5 spoons of that. I hope that was 5 spoons because I was talking so much. Okay, then I like to add the essential oils. Okay, these essential oils all help stimulate hair growth, and I say 5 to 10 drops, but to be honest, I'd put in about 10 to 15. And the reason I do that is because tea tree and these essential oils mask the smell a bit, because the fenugreek is very, very strong. Peppermint as well stimulates hair growth, and it's antifungal as well as tea tree, so that's why you use tea tree on spots, because it's antibacterial as well. So if you have any scalp problem, it's great for that. Rosemary is a fantastic hair growth thing. Okay, I have barely any left, so I did take the top off and I did just chuck loads in. Do have a bit left. And what's great about these essential oils, not only do they mask the smell, they stimulate and have great benefits of hair growth. Okay, so at this point, everything's getting a bit gloopy. I like to use a little hand whisk. This always comes off, so I just pray it stays on. Okay, it's probably not. So I'm gonna have to get really awkward and really up close. So what you do wanna do is you do wanna mix all the fenugreek and the powders together. And then after, you will let it set for a minimum of 1 hour before using it. Overnight is best. Put it in a dark place. It doesn't have to be the fridge, because if it's in the fridge, I wouldn't recommend it even in the fridge, because coconut oil will freeze and solidify, so you don't want that if you want to use it. Just put it on a cupboard somewhere high that's not directly in sunlight. That's what I do. And you let it set. So mix the main ingredients, but I do like this for standing and catching all the oil. Okay, so here come the optional ingredients. Actually, MSM's not optional. MSM is fantastic for stimulating and boosting hair growth, full of vitamins. But if you are pregnant or allergic to MSM, because it's quite strong, it's a protein, then I would recommend not using it. This is something that you can add to stimulate and boost hair growth, but if you do not use it, you will still see results. Okay, so you need 1 tiny little spoon, whatever that measurement is, in there. Then here come the optional ingredients. Jojoba is incredible because this oil is great for hair, skin and nails. I use it on my skin. It helps with my acne. So what I do is I add about 3 pipettes. That's probably like 1.5 teaspoons. Okay, let's go and add a 4th one because I love it so much. So this oil, jojoba, is the most like our own body oil that we produce ourselves. That's why it's so absorbent in the skin. It's great for your hair because it's anti-hair loss ingredients, and it is anti-dandruff, so it's really good for your scalp and really good for your skin and nails. So argan oil, another thing that's optional, but I absolutely love argan oil because it's so nourishing for the hair. It's full of vitamin E and antioxidants, as it says on here. The best ones to get of oils, the essential oils, are the ones in the dark bottles because they preserve them a lot better, and you know they're cold pressed. So again, I like to add 2-3 pipettes of the argan oil. Look at my hands, so oily. Always keep a cloth near you to wipe all the oil up, or wipe your hands because it gets a little messy. Okay, Kalahari melon seed oil, this bad boy, another secret weapon of hair growth. Okay, Kalahari melon seed oil is known for helping people with baldness and hair loss. It's also great for the skin, but it's full of vitamin E, and it's really good. The person at Holland & Barrett's recommended that people use it for baldness or hair loss. So I add about 5 pipettes of that because that's so tiny, these pipettes. I don't really know the real measurement. That's more than enough. Okay, so this is macadamia oil. You can add 1 teaspoon or 1 tablespoon of this. You do not have to. It's not that important, but I'm going to add it because macadamia, excuse me, I'm going to burp. Okay, that was a silent one. Well, at least I hope it was. You can have 1 tablespoon of macadamia. And again, it's quite a thick oil, so it's really good for nourishing and conditioning hair. It's well known across South Asia and Africa for its great properties in the hair. Okay, so that is what the hair growth oil looks like. Really delicious looking. Look at that green brown broth. Okay, so what you want to do is seal it. Obviously, you're gonna close it without snapping your fingers. And it kind of looks like this murky kind of mixture. Okay, you let it set, like I said, in a dark, cool place, and then after 1 hour you can start using it because it'll start to settle. But I would definitely recommend that you use it and store it somewhere on a shelf, somewhere high away from direct sunlight, not in the fridge, because the coconut oil will freeze and then it's awkward to remelt. You'll have to put it in hot water, just wasting resources. Okay, so that's how I make the video, and I just wanted to talk about the remaking of it. So what you'll have to do with this is, what I like to do is I like to scoop it out and put it in a compost recycling bag that we have here in most parts of the UK. I'm sure places across the world. Put this in the bag that is going to go to compost, to become compost, because it is natural ingredients and they can be recycled and be happy, and you're not just chucking it down the sink or in the normal bin. That's what I do like to do. Then I wash it out and reuse it. So yes guys, that is how I make the super hair growth oil. If you have any questions about the ingredients or any allergies or any issues, then please message me in the comment section, okay? Because then I can reply to you on the best research I can. I do my own research, and also my mum's a hairdresser. I can ask her. I can answer as best as I can about the ingredients because I have been using them for over a year, and I can tell you the do's and do nots. So give me a thumbs up, guys, and also subscribe to my channel if you already haven't. There's a subscribe button somewhere here, so please do that and give me a comment. And the question of the day is, how many of you have tried the oil, or do you want to try it? I want to know in the comment section below. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate all your support. You'll be seeing more content more regularly from me now. If you haven't already, in the description box also is my Instagram. I've started up an Instagram for my YouTube account. You can follow me at MissyASTB. Link will be in the description box, and I'll appear it somewhere at the bottom here. Yeah, so I want to be posting more content on there. You can contact me a bit more personally on there. I have 2 Instagrams. One is for more photography, which has nothing to do with hair and skin, so you probably don't want to you follow me on that, but you can do. That is I_am_VIP. But if you want to just follow my hair and beauty and YouTube Instagram, that's MissyASTB. All the links in the description box below. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, comment below, and subscribe. Okay, bye.